Hey y'all, welcome to the filling station. So in this video, we are looking at inside day candles for October 21st. And what inside day candles mean is it just gives us kind of like an idea of if the stock should reach this, then the possible target is this, and if it should decline under this, then this is the target to the downside, and it helps us build a watch list, right? So let me go ahead and give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth, and yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. With that being said, let's get started. So AI is first on the list. So if AI should break above 2636, then the target to the upside is 2652. If by chance we break under 2561, we have a downside target of 2560. Now, AI normally moves about $1.11 per day. That is the ATR, which is the average true range. And looking at it on this daily chart, it looks like we are under that 20 EMA and the 5 EMA. So we could very well continue declining all the way back to this 2510 area. So if you trade AI today, again, y'all know I always say trade carefully. In the market, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. So CVX is an inside day candle, and let's see how much CVX normally moves on average per day. $2.62. Again, that could be in either direction. Is what's interesting is looks like it's creating a gathering spot for us on this daily chart. So if you trade CVX, we are under the 20 EMA on the daily chart. So I would definitely say trade carefully. So the inside day trigger is above 151.07, gives us an upside target of 151.35. If by chance we break under this level of 149.33, we have a downside target of 148.98. So if you trade CVX, I say trade carefully. Devon Energy is an inside day candle above $40.70, gives us $40.91 as a target. Now to the downside, if by chance we break under $40.07, $39.71 is the target. And Devon normally moves about, let's see, did I miss that? Normally moves about $1.08 per day. Yeah, so if you trade Devon, I always say y'all trade carefully. Fast, F-A-S-T, is an inside day candle. It normally moves $1.73 per day. And the trigger to the upside, if by chance we break above $78, we have $78.19 as a target. If we break under $77.18, $76.77 is the target, which will kind of put us right at that, kind of close to that 5 EMA on the daily chart. So if you trade FAST, I say trade carefully. FTNT is an inside day candle. What's interesting is it has broken out of the gathering spot. As you can see on this daily chart, it's been moving in this zone. We broke out of that. It looks like we're trying to come back down under that, out of that, right? So it normally moves about $1.67 per day. If by chance we break above this level of 81.30, we have an upside target of 81.69. If we break under 80.21, we have a downside target of 79.53, which is right close to this 20 EMA on the daily chart at 79.50. So if you trade FTNT, trade carefully. It would not surprise me, let me see that, to come back to this zone here at 77.61 area. Again, it closed at 81.07. So again, if you trade FTNT, trade carefully. Google, G-O-O-G-L, is an inside day candle. Google normally moves, or Alphabet normally moves $3.15 per day. It too is trading in this zone here on this daily, on the daily chart. So if by chance we break above 166.41, there we are, 166.44, we have an upside target of 167.95. If by chance we break under 164.72, we have a downside target of 163.37. So if you trade Google, G-O-O-G-L, it is an inside day candle. And again, what's interesting is it's been trading in this zone here, I would say right here at this 164.17. So are we going to break out of that to the downside? That's interesting, right? Just know that the 200 EMA on this daily chart is at 160.30. So if we lose this support here, we could very well come back to that 160.30. Again, it moves $3.15 per day. GOOG is an inside day candle, and GOOGL is an inside day candle also. And it seems, yeah, there's a zone that it's been trading in also. So if by chance we break above 164.72, 166.36 is the target to the upside. Now to the downside, if by chance we break under 163.08, we have a downside target of 162.76. It moves $3.17 per day. This is the zone that we've been trading in. We could very well come back and down if we lose the support here of under 162.59 area. We can come back and find support at this 200 EMA again on this daily chart at 158.91. So if you trade Google, Alphabet, trade carefully, right? So INTC, Intel, is an inside day candle. It too is creating a gathering spot here on this daily chart, so that's interesting, right? Intel normally moves about 81 cents per day. And let's see, if by chance we break above, let's see, 22.82, we have 22.82 as the target. Under 22.48 gives us a downside target of 22.38, which is not far. Again, if you trade Intel, I say trade carefully, right? KMI, Kinder Morgan, yes, is an inside day candle. It normally moves 51 cents per day. If by chance we break above 24.99, 25.43 is the target. Under 24.63 gives us a downside target of 24.48. And it's what's interesting is how we broke out of this gathering spot only to go up, created another kind of like gathering spot, moved up, created another gathering spot, only to move higher. So if you trade KMI or Kinder Morgan, I say trade carefully. It is an inside day candle. Let's look at Meta. Yes, Meta is an inside day candle. It normally moves about $11.32 per day. Now, if by chance, I'm going to go to a smaller time frame for it. Yes, if by chance we break above 583.97, we have an upside target here of 584.63. Now, if we break under 575.25, we have 575.20 as a target. So if you trade Meta, I say trade carefully. Again, it normally moves on average about $11.32 per day. And I always say, y'all, in the market, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. But what's interesting is Meta is coming down and finding support here at this 574.17. If by chance we break that level of support, again, we're looking at the daily chart, it could very well come back down to this 550.87 area, which is kind of close to the ATR trailing stop on this daily chart at the 544.45. So if you trade Meta, again, I say trade carefully. Microsoft is an inside day candle. Microsoft normally moves about $6.50 per day. And let's see where there we are. If by chance we break above 419.69, 422.55 is the target. If we break under 416.17, then we have a downside target of 415.59. Again, these are inside day candles for October 21st. And Microsoft has been kind of like trading in this zone here, so I would definitely watch this. If by chance we break back above 423.98, you know, we can continue climbing at least to the around the 430.80 area. Now, if we break under this area of 415.09, we could possibly find support down here at 409.68. So if you trade Microsoft, it is an inside day candle. Looking at it on this daily chart, it looks like it's creating a gathering spot for us. So I always say, y'all, trade carefully. I do believe NVIDIA is an inside day candle. NVIDIA normally moves about $4.80 per day. If by chance we break above 138.98, we have an upside target of 140.89. If we should break under 137.28, we have a downside target for NVIDIA here. Let's see here at 136.42. So under 137.28 gives us this 136.42. So I would definitely watch. I'm going to go to another time frame 136.87 is our downside target. So if you trade NVIDIA, again, I always say trade carefully. It is an inside day candle. In the market, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. And I'm going to go and see. Yes. So above 138.98 gives us 140.89. Below 137.28 gives us a target of 136.87 for NVIDIA. It is an inside day candle. Now QQQ is also an inside day candle for today, or for October 21st. Yes. So if by chance we break above this level 495.58, we have an upside target of 496.47. If we break under this level 493.15, we have a downside target of 491.11. QQQ is an inside day candle, and let's see how much it normally moves on average per day. $6.23. That is the ATR. It is trading in a zone here. We could very well, if we lose this area of 492.59, that will bring us under the 5 EMA on this daily chart. So I would say trade carefully. If you trade QQQ, that's something to think about. Rivian, RIVN, is an inside day candle. It normally moves about 44 cents per day. Not a big mover, right? So if by chance we break above 1027, we have an upside target here of 1027. Under this level of $10, we have a downside target of $9.93. So Rivian is not really a big mover, but it is an inside day candle for October 21st. Now, Shop is an inside day candle, and it normally moves $2.15 per day on average. If by chance we break above 82.93, we have an upside target of 83.18. If we break under 82.02, we have 81.14 as a target for Shop. So if you trade Shopify, again, I say trade carefully. Snap is an inside day candle. Snap normally moves about 40 cents per day. And what's interesting is, y'all, it's been trading in this gathering spot, right? So we could very well break out to the upside or to the downside. But this 5 and 50 crossing here on the daily chart is interesting for me. To me, that's a signal to the downside. However, we do have support at this 20 EM at the 1056. So that's something to be mindful of. If you trade Snap, I say trade carefully. It could go in either direction, but what's interesting is how this 5 and 50 looks like it wants to cross to the downside on the daily chart. So again, if Snap should break above $10.65, we have 10.69 as the target. If we break under 1041, 1026 is the downside target for Snap. It is an inside day candle. And y'all, we have SPX, which is an inside day candle for October 21st. If by chance we break above 5873.33. I have to say those numbers because I get tongue tied, twisted, and all of that good stuff. So if we should break that 5872.33 area, then 5879.28 is the target. If by chance we break under 5845.75, we have a downside target for SPX at 5840.02, and SPX normally moves about $50.42 per day. That is interesting, right? So if you trade SPX, I say trade carefully. Now I'm going to get off the daily chart for the SPY because I know my SPY is very, very congested. I say that I trade the SPY a lot, right? So let's say if by chance we break above 585.41, we have an upside target at 586.11. If we break under 582.53, we have a downside target at 582.17. And the SPY normally moves about $5.03 per day. And again, that could be in either direction. So if you trade the SPY tomorrow, or if you trade the SPY, I say trade carefully. So SQQQ is also an inside day candle. If by chance we break above 719, we have an upside target of 727, which is close to that ATR trail, and stop at 728. If by chance we break under 709, we have 703 as a target for SQQQ. It normally moves about 28 cents per day. What's interesting is it too is creating a gathering spot, or trading in this zone. Now, can it bounce back to the upside? It very well can. Just know that 20 EMA on this daily chart at 747 could be trouble for us, as well as the 784 area. So if you trade QQQ, it's SQQQ. I saw the Q's, right? we could very well, it is an inside day candle. Again, I say trade carefully. So Upstart UPST is an inside day candle for October 21st. If by chance we break above, let's see, 54.29, then 54.36 is the target. If we break under 51.78, 49.69 is the target for Upstart. It normally moves about $3.52 per day. What's interesting is that it too is like trading in this gathering spot. At 5 EMA has been tested here at 51.89. We could very well lose support here and come back down. So we could very well reach that target of 49.69 if you trade Upstart. Again, I say trade carefully. It normally again moves $3.52 per day. Trade carefully, y'all. So these are inside day candles for October 21st, which again, it helps us build our watch list. It kind of gives us a price target as to which direct, if we break this level, then this is the possible target. But y'all, I say often that in the market, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. Mark your levels. And once it goes against your why, get out. Live to trade another day. So y'all, I hope these videos are very, very helpful. I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very, very productive day. If you could, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, because we learn and we grow together. So until next time, y'all, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.